And hey, everybody, welcome back to another. I'm not cutting that. Welcome back to another episode of the Vantage Driver's Seat. This is episode 16, I think. I am your host, Nico7200, aka Nico, aka Nico. With me today, as always, is Chief Dinkaroo and our special guest, the man of the hour. The guy behind Michel Madness, Kurt Bray's Dream Snatcher, my glorious king, Daniel Michel.
I am here.
He is here.
Yo, Gert.
It's Gert himself. How are we doing today, gentlemen?
I just got wrecked out of first place in a Texas League race, so that was cool.
Nice. Yeah, well, some things never change, I guess.
That type of stuff doesn't happen in Vantage. Thursdays.
At 7 p.m. Eastern. That's not the time at
That's
all.
what I'm saying. I think it's 8, right?
Yeah.
Great owner, by the way.
Oh, come on. Give me a break.
Wow.
Never mind. Yeah, shall we get into it? Might as well, right? So, Daniel Michel, you know what? let's get your point of view. You've won, I think, now 4 in a row. I think people are sick and tired of you winning, you fraud. What are your takes on just your whole experience in Vantage so far, the last year?
What? Has it been a year? I think it's only been
it's been like
6 months.
Like 6 months.
6 or 8 months.
No, 8 months. 8 months. I'll give it 8 months. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, I joined with Devin. Devin hasn't really been showing up. He's been busy. But you know, it's fun being able to race with Kyle and Sean at the front all the time, with special appearances from Kurt Bray, Hightower, Lee, and the occasional Jacob Hoskins first stage. It's pretty good.
What was your league racing experience like before joining VPS? Were you always doing leagues? Are you a veteran?
I'm a league racer. I don't really do officials. I'll do some, but not often. I used to run for paid leagues a lot, and I won maybe like $300, but that all went back into iRacing.
Naturally.
More racing, so you know how it is.
Yeah, of course.
You gotta pay the mortgage on iRacing.
Yeah, literally. Palabras.
No,
Palabra.
we got a palabra from Daniel Michel. It's over. Chat, do not clip that, whatever you do.
But no, league racing's fun. It's always been something that I enjoy doing. I used to get really heated though, because I would be the type of driver that had a lot of speed. I just threw my car wherever I felt like it. So if I hit the wall and break my car, oh well. But I've been getting better at not doing that. I still do it sometimes, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, you seem very chill, like talking to you right now. And I've talked to you before, and you're just like the most chill guy I've ever met. It's kind of crazy, because we see a lot of raging in Vantage.
I just don't go on the mic when I'm mad. And if I am on the mic, it's because someone's on the mic telling me.
That works. Has that happened in Vantage? That somebody's got on the mic and started beefing with you?
Twice. It's happened twice.
What happened?
The first one, I believe, was... It was like one of the early races that I raced. I can't remember where it was. It might have been just Five Flags when I was really pissed off because there was a bunch of wrecks and there was no racing. I just stayed in the front the whole race and waited until the race was over and then just got mad. But Bristol was definitely a huge one because in that race, I believe I got wrecked by Hoskins because from the start he wrecked himself.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know how to start the race.
Well, he jumped that start, right?
He jumped the start slightly, but he spun the tires and then wrecked himself. And then later on, when he was a lap car, he didn't know where to move himself, and then he spun me out from the lead. So yeah, I was just like, come on, like, you gotta learn your lesson somewhere here. But
you should have just ended his day.
No, no. I just got mad at him over the mic, got mad at him over Discord.
Yeah.
Just kept telling him how he was being dumb. People tried defending him. I was just called them stupid. I was just completely livid. I couldn't believe that I got wrecked from first place like that ever.
Yeah, no, I feel that. He's done the same to me before. Um,
Oh boy.
I feel like it's such a love-hate relationship with Hoskins because one week everybody loves him, the next week everybody hates him. It's a weird thing that happens. And I don't know why.
I don't necessarily hate Hoskins, just like I don't hate Brian and I don't hate David. But
Yeah,
when you continuously make the same mistake and you don't learn your lesson, it's frustrating. It's frustrating to race with you. It's frustrating to race against you because then you can't really race. You're just accommodating to how they drive. So it's more like dodgeball instead of, a proper race.
I feel that.
That's an interesting
On
point
to
you
Nico.
made. Yeah. I can't remember who it was, but someone referred to the others as quote unquote weapons last week. Might have been Purcell.
It's been, yeah. I don't know which Purcell it was,
I think it was Kyle.
but either way, it was a Kyle.
I think he didn't say any
Sometimes
names,
I hear
but
stuff from Sean, and I think it's a little silly, but I think we all can be pretty heated in the middle of a race, especially since we're all competitive.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. That brings up an interesting point, and I've been seeing it a lot lately, especially in like the NASCAR realm, I guess. Is the ever decreasing driving standards that have kind of been seeping through the ranks. What do you think about all this nonsense?
I think people forget that the next gen does actually require skill to be fast. You can't just send the car. Uh, and in real life, I mean, we're just getting more and more paid drivers, so it just depends. It depends what you're talking about. If it's on iRacing, it's because a lot of people who are just starting iRacing after COVID and everything saw what happened during COVID when it boomed, and they're just driving to try and catch up and be like, hey, I'm really good. I'm really fast. I can beat everyone. But in reality, you have to take time and you have to practice. You have to understand, okay, what's my limit? Because everyone's different. Every driver is different. Some people can, you know, drive off the right rear like ungodly amount and get speed out of it. And other people, they're like, hey, I can't drive it off the rears, so I'm just gonna, drive it the way I can off the fronts. And it's just different. Everybody learns a different way to drive. Everybody has a different way to drive. Some are more aggressive, some are passive, and you can't force it. If you try and force it, that's when you have those wrecks where, like, you're spinning yourself out, you're hitting walls, hitting other drivers. I mean, I did it at Phoenix. I kind of lost the car out of two because, I mean, I don't drive Phoenix. I hate that track, but I overdrove it. I knew I overdrove it. I tried to save it after I had contact with Jacob on the entry of one, and I couldn't save it. And then when I tried to, David was on my rear. I got ran over. I'm dead. It is
Yeah.
what it is.
And Phoenix was kind of an interesting race because I mean you obviously were fast. I think you qualified P2, but it just seemed like you were stuck behind Kyle sometimes in that dirty air. I know the short track racing isn't the best, but like what was going on there?
Oh, I wasn't stuck behind him. Like, okay, the way me and Kyle drive, we're both really aggressive drivers. We're really fast. We know we're fast. We know we're aggressive, so we are always battling less on speed but more on strategy. So what
Mm,
Kyle was doing, he was trying to stay ahead because he knew the lead was the better position. Obviously, I mean, one's better than two, first is better than second, but he he kind of used up his tires just a little bit more than I did because I was saving my tire behind him the whole race. And so
yeah.
once I got to that point, I was like, hey, now that I have better tire, I can kind of move my way ahead of him. That's when he made the mistake. Yeah, and I'm talking about the second stage. He made the mistake getting in the wall. I get to go on his outside, and I prefer the outside. I was making moves on everyone on the outside because I knew the inside everyone was comfortable with, and I didn't want to move them off that line because I didn't want to take a chance that I would get wrecked. So once I had that run on Kyle, I knew, all right, I just have to conserve. I have to maintain my speed and know, like, once he pits, I have a window of maybe 5 laps. If I can go
Hmm.
5 laps, I'll go 5 laps. But if I can't go that length, I just got to pit, take tires, and then hope that I'm nearby him. Which he took 2, so he had a like 6 second advantage that I had to chip away at because I took 4.
Yeah. And taking two is never really the way to go, right?
That's not
It's just.
necessarily true. Um, I just experienced this actually. 2 tires. I ran a race, a league race at Chicagoland, which
Mhm.
fun track in that next gen car, but it's really tight and it can get really really loose on a long run, which is kind of odd to work with. But you have to make sure, like, okay, how do I want to wear the car? Do I want to wear out the rear? Do I want to wear out the front? Over there, you want to just be even perfectly. If you're not perfectly even, you're going to be struggling. But anyways, that
Yeah.
race, people were taking 2 tires and it was freeing up the car on the short run, tightening up the car on the long run. It was making the car an absolute rocket ship. You were going faster than the 4 tire cars for a good 20 laps because of temperature, because of wear, and the lines that you're able to run. So it just really depends on how the setup is made by iRacing, or if we get a custom setup, and how that setup was made, and how you yourself are driving. If you overdrive the car, you're not going to be able to get more out of it on the long run. So you're going to be slowing down a little more, and you're going to have guys that are, taking it easy on the short run, catch up to you from maybe like 10 seconds back, and you're going to be like, damn, where'd he come from?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting. You talked about how you know how well you and Kyle race. Following up on that, you guys are obviously teammates right now in the ARS Next Up series, which we'll get to that in a second. But have you have you ever raced with Kyle before Vantage, or was this like the first time ever seeing him?
No, no, I hadn't raced with anyone in this league aside from Devin before. I've never been in any separate races. I mean, technically, I was in a race with Elliott in a Daytona 24 hour, right, Elliott?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So that's the only situation that I've been in another race with anybody in here. Uh, most of my confidence in how other people drive is just, if I see you on track for one race, I'm like, okay, he looked pretty good. I didn't hear him spinning. I didn't see him getting lapped, and if that's the case, then I'll race you how I race everybody else. Which
Right.
is why I think it's a little difficult, especially when there's a new driver. Like, you have to really take it easy. You can't go 100%.
You can't trust them all the way because you don't know what they're like.
Exactly.
And did you want to expand on the ARS thing for those of you at home who don't know? Um, of course, Daniel Michel, as well as Kyle Purcell, and then Brandon Gass as well, are the 3 Vantage Touring Team drivers in the ARS Next Up series. Daniel got a win in the second race of the season at Daytona, the road course. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got it at Daytona Road Course.
Yeah, Daytona road
NASCAR.
course. That series they have great attendance. I'll give them that. They have great PR. I'll also give them that. What do you think of your experience in that league so far?
I think every race that I race there, I have to go to sleep right after because I'm either so full of anger because of the sheer just stupidity in that league, or I'm exhausted from how long we've been running because of the cautions.
Yeah, it is kind of it's usually a caution fest. Um, we are in the process of hopefully trying to find you guys a different league. I know that one's almost over though. It ends at the end of May, right?
Yeah, and me and Kyle have basically locked ourselves into the next gen league, to their Cup
The
series.
Cup Series, yeah.
Brandon has to beat 3 other people, but because he got knocked out in the first round. just really bad luck. But
Yeah, I feel like the advancing at
Yeah.
this point is, of course, talent based, but like you do have to be pretty lucky to get through the field, especially if you don't qualify very well.
well, the problem is, Brandon was doing fine. He get wrecked super early, like lap 10 or something in this last race, and he just once you get wrecked there's no faster pairs. You're just dead. So
So
it
you're
was
just cooked from the beginning.
a bit of a struggle.
Purgatory.
Yeah, literal purgatory. You're just stuck.
I I saw a clip from him at Indy in that league where he just got a car thrown at him in the last lap. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I got what position did I get? That race I did okay. I lost the lead and then got cooked. Uh, like I finished like fourth or fifth or something. Oh no, that was when I got wrecked. Never mind, I lied. Coming off of turn 3, I got turned and then someone told me I didn't hold the brakes, but I'm going 120 miles per hour on the infield grass coming up the track at turn 4. I don't know what I'm supposed to do there.
Just come to a dead stop.
Yeah, and then he just full throttled into the wrecked himself, and said, "This is the second time," alluding to the fact that he has not, braked for any wrecks.
He's
at
done it
all
before.
in that league. No, but he's saying I am not holding the brakes. I'm the problem.
Oh yeah.
Oh, your fault. Ban this kid.
I've killed him. I've killed him.
How could you? Absolutely.
Yeah.
How could you?
Call me Kurt Bray.
Oh,
Killing innocents. Unbelievable.
Kurt Bray
Roasted.
slander.
Non-combatants getting murdered.
I feel like we can't go 1 week without Kurt Bray slander or Jacob Hoskins slander.
No. Kurt Bray.
Is Jacob Hoskins slander deserved?
Kurt Bray knows I'm just messing with him.
Speaking of messing
Never
with
hated
Kurt Bray,
Kurt
you had that that photo finish at Pocono where you won by 2/1000ths of a second. You were already locked into the next round, by the way. So, you winning there was just kind of. And he's your teammate too, by the way.
It's okay. It was payback. It was payback.
Four.
Payback for lap.
For
like,
what?
4. Like lap 4.
You eliminated your teammate from the playoffs because he bumped you on lap 4.
No, it wasn't payback. I was just at that point. I had gotten really, really frustrated that race. I was just getting ping ponged by the Purcells, and I was just like, I just want this race to be over. I'm gonna win this race, or somebody's gonna have to, just finish it. Just hurry up. And so that was when I stormed back to the front, past Kyle, I passed Todd Lee, Hightower. I think Hoskins was ahead of me for a little bit because it was right after me and Sean wrecked. Because I don't understand why that wreck even happened, but we wrecked. I come back from the rear of the field. On the final lap, I'm just thinking to myself, okay, well, Kurt Bray, Kurt's got a good lead. He's fine. He's been the fastest car on the track. He's so much better than me in turn, I think 1. Turn 2, I was better than him, but he was hitting it more consistently. So I was just like, I can wait behind Kurt. I don't mind. And then he misses turn 1. Okay, that's fine. Gap's still the same. Go into turn 2. I gained like 2 or 3 tenths, and I'm like, Jesus, all right, I'm going on high side, I guess. He defends low, which I figured he was going to do because the low side was what everyone else runs because no one tries to run the high side. So I'm over here, I just sending it. I don't even brake. I miss my braking point by maybe 2 car lengths, and I still make the corner. He gets a run on the inside. I have to, just full throttle. I can't touch the wall. I can't get near the wall. My fate is sealed from what I chose. He has to side draft me. He has to do whatever he can to pass me. We touch a little bit. By that point, he lost his momentum because we tapped. I'm ahead, barely, and he's getting the side draft again, coming to the line. And at the line, you saw it, 1,000th. He passes me directly after. I'm like, oh, okay, Kurt got it. There's no way I got it. Nope. Kurt didn't get it. I was like, okay. All right.
He sounded so deflated in the post race interview because I think he
Pain.
knew he had to win.
Yeah.
It was really close with I think it was Derek Fye was the other driver he had to.
And Ben.
Yeah,
Ben had a massive race that race. I was
yeah, he did.
genuinely like pleased to see Ben. Ben is the type of driver that I wish more people were like. He's not fast all the time, and when he is fast, he's clean because he doesn't overdrive the car. He just drives the car where he's confident and says, "All right, this is my best." And he doesn't kill everyone. He gets ran over, but he doesn't kill anyone.
Yeah, Ben.
So-
Me and Brennan are actually talking about that how Ben's drive in the IndyCar in the Vantage Indy Special League at Long Beach was actually probably his best drive of like his
Where'd he
whole
finish?
tenure in Vantage. Like he's really been finding his own recently. Like every time I was saying when he locks in, he's like really really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of the
Yeah.
Vantage Indy Special League, me and Elliott and some of the others were talking. The Vindy 500, it's not really coming up. It is 2 months away. Could we dare see a Daniel Michel appearance at the 500?
No.
Not at all?
Mm-mm.
Come on.
No. I would have to be handsomely paid
Paid.
to do that. I am not putting myself in an Indy car again. I tried that 3 years ago, and I hated it. I hated it in recruitment races. I hate it now.
What,
I am not driving that car.
what do you hate so much about it?
People like to exaggerate about the Gen 6 NASCAR Cup cars and the next gen having like huge draft.
Uh-huh.
That Indy car genuinely feels like I'm driving like a slot car on a one-lane track that you can't pass, and the only reason why you're even gaining speed is because of the draft, because everywhere else you're losing speed from aero wash, and it's undrivable if you try anything different.
So you're
In
telling
a
me.
fixed setup. In a fixed setup.
In a fixed setup. That's true. The Vindy 500 will be open setup, by the way,
I still won't.
for what that's worth.
Yeah. I mean, it's better. It's better that's an open setup. You're gonna have a few people, I'm sure, that are gonna bring some like off shelf paid setup just for that. A lot of people do that, especially on iRacing for Indy 500.
I do know we already have one member of the IndyCar meta racing.
Well, yeah. So that's how it's gonna go, fortunately. But no, that is not for me. IndyCar open wheel. It's not my cup of tea.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Well, speaking of IndyCar, you said you wanted to maybe be like a pit reporter type thing for the potential upcoming races.
I'd like to. I had a lot of stuff get thrown on my plate the last couple weeks, but I think. Let's see. When do they race again?
We race this Saturday, actually. It's the next race
This Saturday?
at Homestead.
I should
oval.
be good. Oh, that would be perfect. I mean, that's the only. Or the ovals are a big part of like how I can help because I have a lot of understanding of at least the car there. But don't ask me about road courses. I don't know too much. I can give some info, but yeah, I'm no savant on.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah,
Brr.
Elliott's here. I can be in the booth though. That's fine. I'm happy to help. I have some info.
You could be like, the former driver in the booth, even though you're still an active driver. But yeah.
Well, I mean, the Cup season's gonna be ending soon.
True.
Still got a bit though. How many races we got? We got
Like 5 left?
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 more Daniel Michel wins.
No, God no. Martinsville, I'm gonna get wrecked out. I can promise
Yeah,
you, I'm
probably.
gonna get turned from the lead. Bristol, I
Same
don't
thing.
think I'm gonna beat Kyle on that one. Daytona might be between
Daytona Road Course.
me and if Elliott shows up.
I think that Hoskins gets eliminated after this round, and then he goes on like a tear at Bristol to like redeem himself.
Terra's and ripping off every single
As in putting the
Manual on
bumpers
the
at every
car?
single yeah. Nah, I think he'll do good there though. I think
I
he'll be
I
looking
mean
for
he
redemption of
was
some
gonna
sort.
do good last season, but he overdrove the car. I
Hey,
genuinely think Jacob has
Oh boy.
a talent in the car. He's okay. He's fast sometimes, but if he just would stop overdriving the car and overthinking, he would do fine. Like for instance, Pocono race. He had an absolute just drive. For Jacob, he was doing great. And then he started wrecking himself. He wrecked what's his name? Uh, I gotta look up names. I can't even remember him. It's one of the new
I
Crosby.
feel
guys. Was it Crosby? Yes, it was Crosby. Yeah. He wrecked Crosby. Goes a lap down, comes back, and he's one lap down. He's fighting not to be two, and I'm catching up to him, and we're going to green flag stops. And he's saying in the chat, "Oh man, I gotta stay ahead of him before the, the pit stops, and we gotta make sure that everything's fine, and because I don't want to go another lap down." And he's thinking he's racing me for, you know, staying that one lap down. The problem with that mindset is he's on a different fuel strategy. I had
Mhm.
way less fuel than he did. I had to pit sooner. I'm gonna have new tires. I'm gonna come out ahead of him, no matter what. Like if I catch him, which I was behind him maybe 6 seconds, and then I pit. I'm
uh,
getting new tires. I'm going out and I'm putting hot laps for the next maybe 5 to 10 laps. There's no way that he's gonna be ahead of me still on his old tires, damaged car, slower lap time in general. He should not be thinking about what I'm doing. He needs to be thinking about how he can do better in his car. That is the difference.
yeah. And I feel like everybody has said that about Hoskins, that he does have some sort of talent, just that he's like nervous behind the wheel almost.
Or
He's
overthinks it
just
maybe.
anxious to do good. Yeah.
And I think you see that with a couple of people too. It's not just Hoskins, but like Kurt Bray coming to the line at Pocono. He could have just had a regular
No,
final lap and
He could have just put you in the wall.
lights too bright. Happened at Daytona, happened at Pocono. Lights too bright. Come on. Turn those lights off. Turn those
He's
lights
like
off.
Kirk Cousins in prime time.
Kurt Cousins.
Yeah, Kurt.
Yeah.
Someone Photoshop his face.
Oh,
over
Kirk
Cousins.
Cousins.
All I'm saying is Curtis the Vantage quarterback. That's all I'm saying. Just think about his percentage, his throwing percentage right now. Just think about it.
Bars.
Bars is crazy. Throwing percentage. That's wild.
So we talked a little bit about Phoenix.
Phoenix.
What race was after that? It was
It was
Saturday Formula America
Formula America in the morning. We had, well, not the morning, but the early race.
morning.
One.
Pretty much morning.
It was at Mid Ohio. That race was pretty good. That was actually a really good race. Nice little, well, yeah, nice little strategy race. Slay came through in the end. He took a little bit of a risk. He stayed out when everyone else came in. Crooked was really fast. Purge was really fast. Chief, you had one of the races of all time.
So I qualified P2, I think.
You did, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what happened. So on the start, I ran into the back of Purge and it just spun the car around. So I pretty much just like sat in the back for most of the race, just for there was no cautions or anything, and I was just trying to gain time. And then the caution came up, the final caution, and I hadn't made a pit stop yet, or there was two cautions, so I pit on that first caution, and then last one came out. So me and Slay stayed out, and we knew that they were gonna have trouble trying to pass all the cars behind us. So we restarted, and I kind of just sat behind him the whole time because I didn't want to make a move too soon. And honestly, I can't figure out the brakes on that car. It seems like the rears just lock up if you're even a little bit over the peak pressure that it needs to be at. So I kind of just stayed behind, and then we go. I don't know what the turns are honestly, because that's my first time racing there. But it's a right-hander, and it felt like Slay just brake checked, like he just slammed the brakes on the apex, and I hit him. And the same thing happened like on lap one, where I spun around. So I hit Slay, car bobbles, and then I just fling into the grass. And at that point, I'm pissed. Like I'm telling Slay, like, "Come on, what the fuck? Like, why? Like, we can't have a good battle." And then I look on the stream, and I didn't even hit him. It was a stupid hitbox. I hit a hitbox, like an invisible box, and just spun out of the race. And yeah, that's pretty much how it went.
Bro got net coded in Forza.
Yeah, I did beat a real life racing driver though, so that was good. So pretty much I could race in Formula One.
Yeah, that's what that means. You're basically Max Verstappen.
So that means I could race in Formula One as well?
So like after the race, lit up some Elliott pack, and yeah, it was good after that.
I did beat Tyler Fink.
You did beat Tyler Fink.
You beat the greatest driver of all time.
He has a whopping 1 last to first challenge completed in his career. Speaking of last to first, that has nothing to do with last to first. But yeah, there was no Vissel this last weekend. Sunday, the Vantage Touring Sprint Challenge? Or is it Sprint?
We don't know anymore. I think it's Sprint Touring Challenge.
Vestic.
Sure. On
Can't even figure out our own name.
At the Red Bull Ring, Cheat Dankaroo lag switched White Doctor with like 2 laps to go. He had like a 10-second lead. It was more, wasn't it? He had like a big lead.
30.
Yeah, he was up by a huge amount.
That whole race was luck. Like really. I qualified P4.
And then
it was
the leaders got taken
super
out
wet
too, right?
Yeah, it was super wet in qualifying, and then just became dry for the race. So that was really nice. All that practice I put in the wet. Yeah, P4, and then Doctor or Carlos, he spun out. The guy who started P2 up at turn 3 out of the exit. So I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna clip this guy so hard, send it in after the race. He's cooked." But he's super fast. Like, I think he's only been playing ACC for like 6 months now.
Jesus.
He's stupid fast. And I'm glad he's on our touring team. But it's just amazing, like his skill. So he pretty much just pulled away from there on out. And I had crafted a new setup like right before the race, and I didn't know if it was gonna work or not. So I kind of just like keeping it still, not pushing too hard. And then second and third, they had a really good battle all race. The way we have it is where you can either take tires, which is 30 seconds, or just take fuel. It's 3 seconds. It sounds like completely unfair, but over the time of the race, like the tires will get old, obviously. And if you don't take tires, you're just like a sitting duck, basically. But you have the track position. And so yeah, I didn't take tires, and then neither did Doctor or second place Verzio. So we kind of just were like there. So then like I want to say 15 minutes before the end of the race, Verzio just parks it out of the final corner. Like he's just sitting there, just parked. I still don't know why. We haven't asked him, but he's just sitting there. So I get into P2, and then like 9 minutes left to go. I see Carlos leave the voice chat. So I'm like, oh, that happens all the time. So he'll probably just reconnect in a couple seconds. So I look at the timing screen and he's just gone. So I'm like, whoa, I'm in the lead. So yeah, from there on out, I just kind of just bring it home. The car felt good in the second half of the race. I finally got some pace. But yeah, I brought it home. I don't know. I didn't really know what to feel at the moment. It was kind of just like, okay, whatever. But it was a pretty good race.
Pretty Mickey Mouse, if you ask me.
Yeah. We got
another illegitimate win.
Yeah, but Doctor, man, he's just crazy. That NSX, it's not the greatest.
It's kind of
we do
boat.
have BOP. It really is a boat. I remember we were gonna do a 4-hour Monza race. Well, we did do the race, but our first car was the NSX, and
Yeah.
you jumped in. You were like, "I'm not driving this."
It didn't turn.
And then so yeah, we ended up choosing the Mercedes, but just his like skill, it had minus 23 kilograms
So it was a little lighter.
on the car, and I had minus 20 on the Ferrari,
Oh, okay.
which is kind of wild to me. So I guess that car really sucks there, but it's just so crazy how he's so fast. Like pretty sure on that track he was very close to esports times, like tenths off maybe, which was just wild to me.
Where'd you find that guy?
But yeah, I found him. He joined one of my leagues one day. And honestly, he's not the greatest when it comes to wheel-to-wheel racing, but he's so fast. So it's like, why not have him on the team? You know?
Yeah.
We actually we first met because we wrecked each other.
That's a nice.
I asked him. Yeah, I asked him earlier. Like, I was like, "Hey, I have an endurance team. Do you want to be on it?" And he was like, "I guess." So he joined the server, and then that Friday we raced at Silverstone, and we just wrecked each other. And he was like, "It's okay. We get to do that to other people next week." So it was just good from there. But yeah, shout out him. Paul Ricard next week. It's gonna be
Should be fun.
battle of who has the most straight line speed,
Pretty
and the
much.
Ferrari doesn't have that.
Who's in the?
So I feel like
Mustang?
I know Twice is. The BMW is also very good there. So Sim Pacer
Mm.
probably be up there. McLaren, the McLaren is always pretty good in a straight line, so I feel like that'll be good there as well. Gotta look at the BOP to see, but yeah. Speaking of BOP, Elliott Lane just posted on his account some of the photos from SCCA school.
What's that
Elliott,
to do with BOP?
let's talk about that real quick. How was the testing? How did it go?
It went very well. You know, that school was a month ago now, so I am a licensed race car driver. But with it, I was running around 2 seconds off the all-time track record. Was around 7 to 9 seconds faster than every other car on the field.
Jesus.
Actually beat some of the instructors' lap times, which
Damn.
was a funny thing to for them to tell me.
And all those people you're going against that you beat, you're going against them in the championship?
So this was just a school. I'm not going for championship
Oh,
points
okay.
this year. Next
Alright.
year, I will be going for the national series. So that is the SCCA Hoosier Super Tour. It's big boy racing, basically. That's where you get like qualified for the runoffs and stuff, and you do all that racing. I can't say too much because nothing's been absolutely confirmed yet, but yeah, that's looking pretty likely, and yeah, looking pretty fast. Going with some teams, looking at teams. That school was with the Surf Shop, great guys. Yeah, and we're looking at other teams such as Alliance Autosport or Elite, as well as Surf, and yeah, looking to make a run at the SCCA Spec Racer 4 Championship in 2026.
So,
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah. What are you
you
doing?
telling me you're prime LeBron?
LeBron wishes
Maybe.
he was Elliott.
LeBron. Speaking of LeBron James, Nico texted me. I think it was today or yesterday. He was like, "You know those LeBron songs?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "What if we made those, but for Daniel Michel?" And I was like,
Michelle.
so we're gonna get to working on that. Me and Nico are gonna be in the booth after this. Pick up a
Cooking up a
Daniel
Daniel
Michel song.
Michel cover.
Yeah.
Some slow jams.
And then
Dancing to the.
People say that we don't have favorites. The allegations of
I just know Hoskins is not gonna like this episode, bro. Just know he's not gonna like this episode.
We're cooked.
the glazing out, he's gonna be like, "Put me back on the podcast." Just kidding. Just
Yeah.
kidding, Jacob. Just kidding.
Palabra.
Real.
Alright,
Anyway,
I get Forza and I pop in.
You should.
Ready, bro.
if Elliot can do it, you can do it.
Yeah,
Well,
Elliott's a little
me
shitter.
doing it was a little bit of an exaggeration there.
Nah, you did it.
Doing it was a stretch.
You beat Tyler Fink.
Elliott's got like $2 million
I did beat Tyler Fink.
You beat Vantage
Put
Racing
me
over
in
Tyler
there.
Fink.
I purposely spun myself out just so I can dive bomb Elliott in the race.
Which only one of the times was successful.
Dude, oh my god, our wheels locked and I was so scared. I'm like, yeah, we're going off the track for sure. Worked out.
We've completely lost the whole bit of me being here.
Yeah, no. You were quiet
Yeah, he
for
was
like
our
the first 20
producer.
minutes.
Now he's here. He went nonverbal.
He's making sure I don't say anything bad.
He's Daniel's PR.
I
our
leaned
sound
into
guy.
the autism slightly more than usual.
Oh, they're gonna put you on a registry for that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
Man.
Speaking of
The worst registry you can be on.
speaking of Chief and Nico going to the booth later, you guys went into a car / booth and recorded some
Slash boom.
voice notes.
It's a bit of a stretch if I'm being honest. That's quite the segue.
And there was a there was a
a
22-minute video made from that session.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's on our YouTube channel.
Might be.
It
That
was really
edited
fun.
down to a minute 40 seconds.
Yeah.
The highlights of
Dude.
the highlights.
I'm gonna be so real. That was the first time I ever played that game, and the steering was so like delayed. I didn't adjust any of the assists or anything, so I was kind of just there, and it was a weird experience driving. It just felt like it pivoted so hard, and that car was super fast. We probably should have tested before,
Nah,
but that
it's
car
better.
was so fast.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe
as soon as it
don't
took
choose
off,
a
it's like,
Group B car.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Mitch for good
Also,
TV.
by
I
the
didn't
way,
even have a reverse.
Yeah, we could tell you had never been you'd never played before.
Oh.
It wasn't surprising.
I didn't even have an e-brake. I didn't even know that there was an e-brake button. I thought Group B cars didn't have them. And then I randomly hit the B button, and I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Brake pressure on the e-brake so high. I tapped it. I barely tapped it. Just went completely around 360. I was like, all right.
Well, people are usually going faster than 10 when they use the e-brake.
All
though.
right, buddy. I beat this
Yeah,
kind
that's
of race
about it.
bill.
Oh no, there was V1 on Sunday, of course.
Oh, yeah, V1.
There was P1.
I completely forgot about V1. Pouring rain
We do too.
in the sprint. That was crazy. These guys were sideways.
Nothing else though.
Nope.
No other sessions.
Nope, that's
That
it.
was the most fun I've had racing this season, was in the pouring wet. And I didn't do very well, but yeah, it was
They were wheeling and dealing
fun.
with them.
I couldn't get a lap together in the dry. I don't know. That track is not very good on the F1 game. There's an invisible wall.
At the end of the lap. Yeah, we were seeing that.
Yeah. RBN hit it. Speaking of that little thug,
Whoa!
wants to send in penalties.
Whoa.
Yeah, okay. Like, he tried to fake us out and just send in a clip of him hitting the wall, which is like, we hate that he hit the wall, right? But there's not much we can do about it. We
The worst
can't
part is
add,
it nearly worked.
yeah.
It did
Yeah.
almost work.
We can't like decrease time from his race or anything.
Wall
Like,
came out and hit him.
exactly.
The invisible wall bit him.
Like Senna said. But yeah, I don't know. And then he tried to be sneaky.
yeah, so
yeah,
he got, according to the
That
race
wall
director
did
thing,
Benghazi.
he oh my god. He he got a warning for track cutting on lap 8, and the clip he sent us was from lap 7, but he cut it off like right before the end. And like he was like, "Oh, well, a warning was given, but we figured you out."
Supposedly there was a warning.
It almost worked. You almost got us. I think it was
Yeah.
Prince that was like, or someone. I don't know. Might have been Chief.
I think it was Prince that
Called him out.
turned our
Yeah, it was
attention to
Prince.
He was like,
the
"He-
nefarious ways.
Almost worked. I'll give him. I'll
Prince
give him
was
his
snitching,
props.
man. I'll say it. Everybody's always like, we have a snitch in V1. It's Prince.
Oh my
Prince is
god!
always snitching everybody out.
It's not,
Can't say that.
he's not even the only snitch actually.
Whoa, whoa.
But
whoa.
Loud,
Yeah, if-
Loud admitted to watching the pits and clipping people when they come in at full speed.
Yeah. Well, he tells people in the driver's meeting. He's like, yeah, I'm watching the pit. So if you guys speed, I'll see.
Narco
But-
balloon.
All I'm gonna
Yeah.
say is that everyone gets on the iRacing server for favoritism. Over there in V1 to Formula America, the
What?
athletes are driving. They're
Yeah.
making the calls mid-race. This is
Well, I'd say it's less with V1 because we can't call safety cars
true.
and we
You
can't.
can call penalties.
Yeah. Well, and for penalties too, if it directly affects our race, we can't vote on it. Or if it's a
On the
penalty
Irish
for.
Doesn't fit my narrative. Doesn't fit the
I
narrative.
can't
That's fair,
believe-
actually.
I
Yeah.
can't believe people get mad at the admins for not calling cautions when the same 3 cars self-spin every race. Like,
just-
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
come
Let's
on.
talk about
Be
that.
real.
Yeah,
So at
the
Phoenix-
race control was very
I have some
lenient.
opinions on it. Yeah.
There's a couple. I'm not gonna name any names. If you guys want to name names, that's fine. But I'm not gonna name any names. There were some
I can
people
name
spinning.
names. You guys
I don't even
can't
know
name
who's on the race control.
No, I'm talking about
My
who
word,
spun.
not yours.
No, we're
Oh,
talking about who spun, not who
Who spun?
chose control.
There was a couple people that spun.
was it Hoskins?
Me, I spun.
You did spin.
I feel like I don't know. Race was a blur.
Blur reference.
I saw someone get hooked. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, I don't think there was a lap where somebody didn't hit the wall. Like I just kept seeing people ping off the wall at a turn 2.
Oh, as someone who spends half the drivers' meeting going over the walls, and Daniel can attest to this. There was 3 laps where I can't remember someone hitting the wall.
Out of 178,
Yeah,
that's
You know
at
what?
least 3.
That's a win.
that
That is a win.
it's not bad. I guess.
Yeah. Speaking of drivers'
People hit the
meetings,
inside one.
yeah, yeah, we did.
Whatever. What he said.
Drivers' meetings are kind of unhinged in the Pro Series.
You just noticed this?
No, I mean it was my second ever time attending it, but it was like
There's a
bullshit
reason I
questions.
moved it to a stage.
It was like, "Hey guys, serious questions, please," and start talking about feet. I was like, "Okay."
Well,
Were you there when Sean was said that him and Kyle hadn't compared meat yet?
he wasn't there. He wasn't there.
Friendly reminder, this is live on the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, this is. Yeah, I'm not cutting it out either.
Speaking on the drivers' meetings, before I moved them to a stage to try and limit the complete unhingedness, I did have to map a soundboard to my Discord just to get people to shut up. I still have it.
Silence!
That would work for about 2 seconds.
And then I would just start talking again. Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
forward
it
mentality.
evolved.
You couldn't.
It's like when the teacher says, "I'll wait." It's like, all right,
just all right.
cool.
Just
And then
start
Sean would
talking
always
1
just
point for every
leave.
minute. Well,
Sean
yeah,
would just
that's Sean.
would just leave once he got fed up and he thought nothing else useful would happen.
Yeah. Once he got the information, he thought it was good. He was done. All right. We should
But
probably
back to V1.
back to V1.
Back on track.
Uh,
This is turning into a drivers' meeting.
This is turning.
It's actually, I feel like this is one of the best episodes we've ever had. I like the analytical, I guess, points from Daniel
Wow.
when he was talking about
Daniel's a fun
iRacing. Okay, and I feel like we all just kind of missed this episode.
It's pretty good.
It does help
Really-
we're all in the most cooked group chat ever
Yeah,
in history.
I don't even think anyone actually watches the memes anyone sends.
yeah.
I watch them. I watch the ones Daniel sends.
I watch the
Yeah.
ones.
Specifically, Daniel, only Daniel. That's the
Well,
only
no
one.
one else sends them.
I'll send some.
And I can't. If I send anything, it'll just get like
Parker
just
sent
buried by the 37 ones that Parker sent.
Yeah.
Parker casually sending a
Bombardilo, crocodilo.
Hey, Daniel, what's your opinion on chimpanzini bananini?
wow.
wow,
Guys.
wow.
So
Before we start stimming, let's finish the V1.
let's just go over the next week's schedule real quick.
Wait, we didn't even talk about V1 that much.
We did. We said the rain was fun.
We talked about
Single
one
one.
session.
Alright,
That's what I'm
RVN
figuring
won.
out. They have to watch the videos.
RVN won the sprint race.
He did. He technically
Yeah,
crossed
and
the line
Flipback
first in the
won the feature.
Grand Prix as well. But
Oh my gosh, dude! Can we talk about the terrorists in the feature race? Like serious.
Which one?
Which one? Say, all right.
Maxwell
Hang on. All right.
Took me
there it is.
out, right?
No, he did
And
actually. That
nothing
was pretty
against Maxwell, but he kind of just thought like he could fit his car there, and the only place left on the track was the grass, and he just
My question
his
is,
car there,
why did you squeeze him
yeah.
so low?
just to get him to back out.
That's what she said.
Oh,
Yeah. No, but the whole point was to squeeze him into where he would back out. It's like a common defense move. You wouldn't know because you're just such a loser.
all right.
But yeah, and he kind of just hooked me.
He just
Correct
did
me
it
if I'm
back up.
wrong. I've heard some statements about hot dog. Don't know if we'd like to air those out, but
Hot dog. I have no beef with him. It's kind of just like we all see stuff in the FIA server, I guess, where we see like people complain and whatnot,
I'm just gonna go over
and it's
terrible.
kind of just like I don't care. And he's like, I guess one of those people who are always complaining. Like I remember even like GTA days, he'd be like, "Are the points done yet?" And it's like the day after the race. Just message him back and be like, "I thought you were doing them."
That's how I thought you were doing it.
I'll
So.
be-
I'm pretty sure that still happens. in
It does
iRacing.
happen all the time.
I just wanted to know the power rankings because
I actually have some terrible news. I was
what's
busy at work.
happening.
I haven't done
You
them.
forgot to
Yeah.
update the
No, I
power
didn't
rankings?
forget.
Yeah,
I was
do
just
the
busy.
You
Do the
complete
power rankings real quick while we're
bum.
talking.
Bum of the week, me.
Bum of the
But
week.
yeah, and then I put well, in one of the recaps I put let's go back real quick. So let's
It was a
see
meme
what it-
recap.
I just want to preface I have no beef with him. So when we started talking about no assist for V1, that brought up a whole argument between
A
everybody.
lot of people actually.
And Hot Dog was one of the first ones to like say something. And he was like, "This is supposed to be a casual league." And I don't know, mate, and this and that. And I think I just like said something sarcastically. Because he texted me, he said who should be banned then? Because of some other drama. And so I just started messing with him.
You started messing with it?
And I started copying him. And he was like, "Do we have a problem?" And I was like, "Do we have a problem?" And it just kept going on. So then
Owner, by the
I
way.
just when I was making the meme great owner. I was making the meme recap for V1 and I saw where he got wrecked. So I was like, it'd be a funny thing because like he complains. He was and the funny part is that wasn't even supposed to be the thumbnail. Or I guess it was, but like YouTube just picks a random part.
Yeah, it wasn't a purpose-made thumbnail. It was just like the
No,
auto-generated.
yeah, it just picked a random part of the video to make the thumbnail and it made it that. And who is banging on my door? Chill. And he said, "There's no need for that. I haven't said he should be banned. Just trying to make me look bad." So, yeah, I just told him, please don't take it serious. And we haven't really, like, said anything to each other since. I did get a qualifying ban for Monaco because I literally couldn't see him in the mirror.
Don't
like, his car just
impede.
blended in
Why
with
you
the
stuck
track.
in the middle of the apex on the
Yeah.
qualifying session?
That happened.
Wait,
But yeah, I
speaking
mean-
speaking of Monaco
Oh boy.
in the F1 games, can I just say the saddest thing will be the fact that there's going to be no one to say that there's going to be no heroics in the Sandavot, please.
I can say it.
Well, yeah, you can say it, but you're not Jeff.
I'm not Jeff. I'll never be Jeff.
You're not Jeff.
I'll never be him.
We should get Jeff for this.
Wow.
How
Yeah.
much do you think Jeff costs?
Can't be that much.
Get a cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah, who?
Who is Jeff?
Let me look this up.
But yeah,
I want a cameo from LeVar Ball.
I almost
Oh yeah.
before
Ask him about
Nick
his leg.
DeVries went to F1, and thank goodness we didn't. But I was considering getting a cameo of him talking about like saying this is the Vantage Racing Team or whatever. You're watching Vantage. But yeah, this
Freeze.
Get one from AJ Allmendinger. You're gonna
Okay,
hear Purge.
Jeff is voiced by Adam D.
Oh my god, dude. Purge's obsession with colleague is crazy.
college a scam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he
No,
have-
it's just wild.
All right.
It could be like
So coming up this
Alright,
week, we've got Martinsville in iRacing. Daniel Michel said he's already going to get wrecked out of that race, so we're going to have a new winner then.
Bad news, Jeff doesn't have a cameo.
Surely he has
I think
professional.
it'll be an interesting dynamic at Martinsville because there's 3 aftershock cars on the edge.
Yeah. They're all.
It could be out.
Oh, Bednar's is pretty good, I think. Not pretty good, but he's
Yeah.
like, he's on the cut line. Yeah.
I feel like anybody not in the top 5 kind of just
Got a ball out.
screwed.
And then Saturday we have a Homestead Oval doubleheader. The little Formula America cars. That's going to be chaos. Vissel.
I can't wait to get wrecked.
Vissel should also be fun. Unfortunately, I will not be making the broadcast for Vissel, as I have to be somewhere basically right as it's starting. So, the one and only Elliott should be your broadcast.
That has me pissed off.
Oh,
Vistoff.
Vistoff is. Got to throw that in the next recap. Mark, if you're listening.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
shout out Mark.
Yeah,
God.
the Indy cars should be able to hit around 215 on the oval.
That's without draft, right?
Yes, VMO.
It's gonna be like 210 without draft.
Oh, okay.
215 with draft, maybe more with draft. I'm being conservative.
Liberal.
I hit that in my Kia.
Yeah, that should be fun. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Actually, I can't wait.
215 is a MAGA number.
Oh,
Whoa, 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 whoa.
what does it even mean? 215 is a very right wing number.
It's 11:30.
1738.
Episode TS VMO. There you go.
What does that mean?
Pissed me off.
I'm too old. I don't know what that means.
This guy just has been not here the past 30 seconds.
He doesn't know.
Taylor Swift punched my ovaries.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
GSPMO.
I was here, but I don't know what it means. I don't know what
VMO.
This
Oh,
this shit
VMO.
pissed me off.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what PMO means either until now.
Pissed me off.
Oh.
That's why I didn't get it.
Guy.
He's cooked.
I am cooked.
He doesn't know
Nico,
Bryn
Nico in his 30s, bro.
30s is crazy, first of all. 29 is young. I'm in my prime.
Can I just also? And I'd like to say some more things when we're talking about how cooked Nico is.
What? Okay.
Let it out. Let
Actually,
it out.
this is one. He just takes off his headphones the second the broadcast ends, and you can't contact him for like 30 minutes afterwards.
It was after V1.
No.
I was fucking tired. That
He
race
responded
took
to my
forever.
message.
yeah.
He
yeah.
responds to my messages.
You can hear him eating on his broadcast.
But I just wanted to say, during Formula America, we already discussed the fact that I mentioned the term "two Chiefs, one cup,"
Oh my god.
and then that was.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what it means
No,
either. That was
oh.
unanimously agreed to be the next podcast thumbnail and title.
Don't ever
No.
say it again, bro.
I'll never say that again.
But two Chiefs.
2 Chiefs, 1 cup. Does
Two
that mean
Chiefs.
Elliott and Chief are the 2 Chiefs and Daniel's the
Yeah.
1
Is
cup?
Daniel the cup?
Yep.
Daniel-
Someone get on that right now.
I'll
Photoshop.
Mark, make the thumbnail.
give me a moment here.
Oh my god, he's gonna make it. Okay, well, he makes that.
I'll make it while we're on air.
Yeah, well,
Oh no.
we also have Paul Ricard on Sunday morning, or, early. It's pretty much morning.
Paul Menard?
Yeah, Paul Menard, hard for Ricard.
Hell yeah.
Mar.
That's going to be a fun ACC race. Then V1 Monaco, the 500th Vantage race in history.
Can we get a fact check on that real quick?
Yeah, let me just go count them all real quick. I'll be back in 6 hours.
Yeah.
We'll be back eventually.
That's
Are
gonna
we
be
sure?
we're mostly sure.
Oh, that's the wrong image. Okay.
Hoskins math.
What was I going to say? Yeah,
That's
that's
the
the
same
500th Vantage race. It's going to be after the real life Miami Grand Prix, so we're going to be
Oh god.
hopping right into qualifying lobby as soon as that real life race is over.
Ah.
And yeah, should be fun. Or it should be chaos.
I feel like
full lobby at Monaco is gonna
we
be.
have to. Sorry for cutting you off. Your mic was cutting out. I didn't know.
Oh,
I feel like we have to schedule like half of the V1 races around real life races.
yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
It's
Don't
not
mind
F1
me
should retire.
real.
Having an emotional reaction to every time I try and find an image for the thumbnail. I just get
Google, find me a picture of Chief shitting.
Jarvis, show me this guy's bathroom.
Jack Oldenburg?
On this
There's no way.
jackal.
He killed you.
I sent a meme like that the other day. I gotta
You
find
did.
it.
Yeah.
Then I said something like the when Jack Goldberg sees a fresh wall.
Oh no.
This is so devolved
You're
into.
give
too far
context.
gone. You're too far. We're
We miss
cooked.
him. We miss him dearly.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I think he's in the
He's
regular.
not
Must be
dead.
soon.
yeah. He's not dead.
He joined the VRT server for some reason.
Yeah, Parker kind of just kicked him one day.
Yeah.
Twice. He's done it like 2 or 3
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Fair reaction.
Hold on, let me
He
find
might
it.
be allergic. He might be allergic.
Tell if this is too far. Of an image.
Hold on. I think Parker just said like he's so real.
Kurt Bray
Oh,
he
atop the
said,
power rankings. That's all I'm saying.
just another day in the
Nope.
Oldenburg household.
the Oldenburg household. That's feet. Okay, I can't do
Nick, if
that.
I send you this, you gotta put it in the podcast when you edit.
No, don't put it in.
No.
It's just a meme. It's not anything.
I've
just gonna
already
put it on
sent
the
you.
screen right
I've
now.
already sent you Kirk Cousins to put on the
Yeah, he
to
did.
put on the pod.
Don't
That
put it
image
in.
does exist. Yeah, I made a Kirk Cousins image mid recording.
Dude, Kurt's voice doesn't sound real when he talks.
It doesn't.
It sounds like a voice changer.
His name isn't real. He isn't Kurt Bray.
Yeah, who the fuck names their kid Kurt?
All right. Yo, Gert.
That's a good question.
Yo,
Named
Kurt.
him Gert.
Ayo, good.
Gert Bray.
That's a boob. I can't show that.
Oh my god, we're at an hour. We've never gone this long in this fucking
Yo,
podcast.
Kurt Bray. Wake
Hold
up.
along with your mom.
Oh, that's not true.
Any chance we can pause and you do the power rankings quick and then we resume
It's
and
not.
then
It's gonna take like 45 minutes.
I got
to do.
my power rankings. I got
45
my power
minutes?
No, well, I have to
Alright,
go
let's
through
do
it.
Daniel's power rank.
I'll do them tomorrow.
rankings. We got Kurt Bray number 1.
Real.
Real.
We got Spencer number 2.
Real.
Spencer's.
Doesn't even
Somebody
have
get
to be in the
Spencer in
car.
a race. Get Spencer in a race. We could put a Spencer sponsorship.
He's
with
never done a race on iRacing.
He's like me.
We
Really?
got me third.
He's never done a race on a race.
Kyle
You-
Purcell, Sean Purcell.
Kyle Purcell's crazy. I'd dog walk Kyle Purcell.
Bro?
Respect Kyle. What the fuck?
What do you do?
I've had iRacing for 2 years now. I'm getting on.
Derek
next
Fye,
race.
the GOAT.
My
Derek Fye,
goat.
the GOAT.
Taylor Fye, number
In
6.
6th place. Exactly. They're gonna share.
Oh, is that a caution? Who's this caution sponsored by?
Exactly. I don't know.
Okay,
You tell
this
me.
Tay Fye artist.
The GOAT.
What?
The GOAT.
43rd Vantage.
I'm just letting you know this thumbnail is completely cooked.
Good.
Well, Daniel has to name the episode, so we'll see.
We can have the
I
thumbnail.
have to name the episode.
You can put 2 Chiefs, 1 cup.
You do get to
I can
name
put
the
it, or you can put it on the actual thumbnail, the text.
No.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
come back
no,
for another
no.
episode and I'll name that one. How about that?
Dude,
Yeah.
honestly, you were a really good guest.
Let's give it up for guest of the year, award winner, Daniel Michel,
All right.
I feel like we should have you on-
bro. That's enough glazing.
My glorious king.
the glaze.
I feel like we should have you on more. Like, I don't know.
Just gonna have you on the hit list, bro.
we're
Jacob's gonna.
never
shoot me.
beating the favoritism allegations, the longest ever
No, but he was
podcast, and we just glazed Daniel the whole time.
He was really good, I guess.
Throw this on the iceberg.
It's always good when we can always fuck. We could just like mesh together, like when we have episodes with Purge, we could just mesh together and just like
Yeah.
ramble.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's always
You
good.
mean
That's
when
always
he
good for
called
content.
like 6 people degenerates?
I mean, was he wrong? We saw that.
All
episode.
right, that's gonna get clipped.
Whoa.
That's
Whoa.
Jesus.
Actually, I had a really good talk with Abe today about like the future of V1 and stuff.
Oh really?
So he's pretty cool. Yeah, we were talking about like
But the
assistants.
rest of you
Like the game.
degenerates, stay out of my
What would
league.
Bronny do?
Something.
Ellen
What would
Degenerate?
Bronny do?
Ellen degenerate. More like, yeah. All right.
Yeah, and he was like, "Vantage is one of the best leagues I've seen in a while." I was like,
Oh.
"Oh,
Frame it.
Name a
emoji.
car. I need to throw something on the thumbnail.
Kia Soul.
Spec Racer Ford.
I'll just throw a picture of my car.
Toyota.
Your actual
Yaris.
car, yeah. Daniel, what do you
Dude,
think?
you know what makes me so mad? That the US doesn't have the GRRs. They're so cool. I want so
It's
bad.
sad. It's depressing.
Put it on, bro.
Yeah.
The GR is
TSPM
the
on
best
SEO.
vehicle ever to exist.
Okay. Does anyone have
Episode
anything,
title is just gonna be.
anything they want to plug before we wrap this TS up?
Before we wrap this up, I'm gonna send you a finished version of this, and you just want to have your reaction.
The
live
finished
on
version, like the country.
our finished
Valtteri
version.
Bottas.
We
Tradition.
are. We're this is going downhill down fast.
Wait a minute.
Look at the time.
Go watch our new YouTube video
Yes.
that we aired today. WRC Co-Driver Challenge with myself and Nicholas.
Crazy.
Go watch. We don't have anything going on actually till Thursday. Just go
Go
watch
watch-
all the races.
Eventually, go watch the highlight version of that video, which should hopefully be uploaded.
It's on our.
YouTube.
We made it a short
Oh,
on our
ready?
YouTube.
Perfect.
So you can watch that too. Yeah.
Where the fuck was I?
What was I gonna say? Is Indie Insights still going?
Yes.
Supposedly, I'm not sure entirely.
Supposedly.
Well,
Who
it
was
might-
filming it?
Actually, I'm not going to
That's
spoil anything.
crazy. That's crazy.
Like what's going on?
Crazy.
Check your DMs for the thumbnail.
Check my DMs.
That's the worst thumbnail I've ever seen. I love it.
Absolutely dissed. I'm hurt.
Two
Insane.
Chiefs. Why are we women?
Because have you ever seen the video?
No,
All
bro,
right, never
he
mind.
doesn't know.
Have you seen?
Don't even say it, Nico. Don't say it.
Bro doesn't know. Bro wasn't on YouTube in 2007. Bro wasn't on Daily Motion in
Bro,
2007.
YouTube wasn't even on YouTube in 2007, bro. What are you talking
Yeah, it
about?
was. YouTube was around in 2005.
It was barely.
Yeah, I wasn't around
a
in
wee little baby.
2007.
Yeah, aren't you like a
He was
2010 child? 2009.
No,
I mean, pretty
2008?
close.
I was born in the end of 2007.
Fuck.
Sorry, bro.
Really?
I was.
How are
9/11,
you-
So
How old are you? 16 or 17?
17.
Oh, when did you turn 17?
The end of last year.
Oh, that makes sense. All right.
yeah, my birthday was what? 10 days ago.
Oh, this is
Yours?
This is rough.
Happy birthday to my glorious
Yeah.
king,
We missed the
Daniel
goat's
Michel.
birthday.
No, we also don't have a
Michel,
birthday.
Michel,
Maybe you
Michel.
Also, by the way, I've just been playing Farming Sim this whole time.
Nice.
This
He's
is
been farming.
Farming aura.
Yeah.
It's not Fortnite, dude.
it's not Fortnite, but it still cost me $90.
Daniel, Jesus Christ.
Speaking of birthdays, today is Am I Clean's
Amy
birthday.
Clean's birthday.
No
Happy,
way.
happy birthday, Ethan.
Birthday.
Happy
Ethan,
birthday.
birthday.
hashtag happy birthday, Ethan.
Happy birthday, Ethan.
Daniel,
Send it to his house. Send that hashtag to his house.
yeah.
His school, his
You know what? Just put his address at the bottom of the video.
His
yeah, can we
full,
include
his full
full
legal
thing
name,
right
social
there.
security number.
we could probably get his credit card.
There's no chance they give
birth,
Ethan code.
Probably good.
Got it. I got everything right there.
Carrier pigeon, Zelle, Venmo.
Daniel, do you have the Sabrina Carpenter skin on Fortnite?
No, but I am considering buying it.
Base.
All right.
All right, I think we should wrap it
Where we
up.
go?
This is insanely long. A full hour now, almost 9 minutes. We'll see you guys
Yeah, it was-
next week. Have a
Wait,
good
wait.
night. Well,
Wait. One more thing.
Stop the recording.
Nope. This is an amazing thing I've come up with here. Give me one moment. One quick second here. Hold your horses. Talk amongst yourselves real quickly.
what is bro doing? I'm scared.
You should be.
I am.
You're gonna
You should
age
be
Nico by a
very-
full year.
Oh, he's
No,
gonna
this
be
is-
40.
All right.
No, this is an alternate thumbnail. Aged by a full year becomes 40. This is a alternate
Oh,
thumbnail idea here. You're gonna love it. I'll send it to
What jaw hurt?
Nico first.
John Morant reference?
If you want to describe this, please, for the viewers.
I was gonna take a picture of myself shitting right now.
Is that Sabrina Carpenter in Fortnite with Daniel Michel's tralalelo tralala profile picture over her face?
What else would it be?
Of course. All right,
I've
chat.
sent it to the.
Yeah, bro. That's me.
We'll see you guys next time. Have a good night,
Bye.
everyone. Follow us
Good night.
on all the links in the bio. Watch our races. Join our discords, etc., etc., etc. Have a good night.
Don't do meth.
Wow.
Or do. I'm not your boss.
What's your favorite drug, sir? Methamphetamine, sir.